Hi ladies, welcome back to another pregnancy yoga practice. Today is going to be a short practice for those days where you just need a few moments to relax. You might feel like you want a little bit of movement but nothing too strenuous. And we're going to start seated, so feel free to sit however you like. You can even do this on the sofa as well, like most of these poses you can easily do on the sofa, or if you want to lay out blankets and pillows and things, like feel free to do that. So if it is comfortable for you to sit cross-legged, sit that way, but if it's not, sit however you like, as usual. And then just find a place to rest your hands that your shoulders can comfortably release. And let's take a few moments to close off the eyes here. And then just start to watch your natural flow of breath without judgment, just noticing how the breath arrives and how it leaves the body. And just watching that natural flow of breath, maybe it starts to slow down. Maybe it starts to deepen. And see if we can allow that slowing down of the breath to translate to slowing down of ourselves. So letting go of whatever you're up to before this practice. Letting go of any expectation of the future. And allowing ourselves just to sit for a moment. Allowing yourself this moment to check in with how you are feeling today. So physically, how are we feeling? Mentally and emotionally, how are we doing? Allowing yourself that space to be really honest with yourself. We're going to start this practice with a few simple neck rolls, so you're welcome to keep the eyes closed if you wish. Otherwise, dropping one ear to one shoulder, see if you can tell the opposite shoulder to relax, and then drawing big circles with the neck. So nice and slow. Just start off in going in one direction. So just winding out tension through that neck joint. Notice how that feels on the jaw. You might feel it transfer into the shoulders, maybe the upper back as well. And then circling the opposite way. Maybe now if you start to find a little sticky point, you can hold it there, take a couple of breaths and work into it. Or just continue with the circles. Just gently feeling how that feels today. And as you find a sense of ease with the neck, see if you can allow that to cascade down to the shoulders, even towards the hands. Lovely. And then rolling the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, lifting the head. Lovely. So cross-legged, or you can have your legs some other way, but we're just going to do the same with the lower half of our body here. So bringing the hands onto the knees, you're going to start to make some circles. So leaning all the way back, coming inhale to come forwards, exhaling back. But if that's too much to think about the breath, you can just totally allow the breath to flow naturally. You can imagine baby kind of circling within the pelvis. And just notice how that feels on your back today, particularly through that lower and the sides as well. Good. Let's circle the opposite way, just as much as feels good. So I'm obviously doing it quite exaggerated, but if yours need to be a little bit more subtle, totally go for it. Or maybe you want to go even more exaggerated than this, and anything is good. See if you can just move in to what feels right. We want this practice to be relaxing and nourishing. What a lovely word, nourishing. Wonderful. And then let's slowly wind it in. So we're coming to sit up nice and tall. And then let's stretch the legs out just as wide as feels comfortable. Again, I invite you to grab a pillow or something for your bum if you wish. Relaxing the hands wherever. And we're just going to take a few circle outs of the ankles. So maybe the toes get involved a little bit as well as you begin to like fan out the toes. Just winding out any tension through the lower leg, particularly if you're getting any puffiness around the lower leg. It's good to get things moving. And then let's circle the opposite way, so it might feel kind of odd, the opposite way. And if it's too much to have the legs out wide, you can always like have them narrow or some other way. No need to like exaggerate it too much. Wonderful. Let's bring one leg in here. So whatever leg feels necessary to go first. You're either going to grab the knee or the foot like this and just begin to make some little rocks or maybe even some circles. So you just want to avoid like kind of squashing into baby too much. If anyone does have the space, if your bump is not quite so big yet, you can always grab a hold of the knee and the foot like so and take a little kind of baby rock with the leg. But if a bump is getting quite big, just give it a little bit of space and wind out through that hip. You can have a bit of an explore. You can always bring the knee all the way back, see how that feels. You can bring the leg over, see how that kind of transfers into the side of the hip. Like free movement, whatever feels good here. Wonderful. And then let's bring this foot up towards our groin area. Again, if this is not too nice on your knee, you can always bring it further away, make it more gentle. Take a breath in, sweep your hands up and overhead. And as you exhale, let's slide down the straightened leg. Now options here, you can keep this hand up here, you can bring it to baby if you wish, or maybe it just rests here or even behind if you feel like you want that little shoulder opening. And then just relax the head, so maybe the head falls to the side, maybe you want to look down. And just breathe into whatever sensations show up. Are there any little corners of the body that we're holding on to stresses that we didn't even realize we were? Visualize yourself breathing in love and space into wherever you need it. Wonderful. As you inhale, we're going to slowly come on up, reaching the hands up and overhead. And as you exhale, bringing the hand down that's the same as your bent knee. Good. And then leaning back here, so making space in between your hip bone and your rib cage. Good. So see if you can lengthen away, maybe even pointing the toe of the straightened leg to intensify, if that feels available for you. Wonderful. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly bringing that hand back down. Let's do the opposite side, so extending the opposite leg out. Let's do that little baby rock, so grabbing the foot or the knee, maybe cradling it like a little baby, and have a bit of an explore with how it feels in that hip. So see if you can have the idea that the arms are like manually moving your leg rather than the hip doing any work. So if you can really release down deep into those hips, give them a little break. Good. And then just find something that feels right. So a little bit of free movement just to explore. Give yourself time to like really feel into your body, really be with it. It's nice, particularly when we have lots of stuff going on in our lives. It's nice to like just really be with the present moment and be with our body. It's a really nice way to relax. Lovely. And then let's find the foot somewhere down that inner leg. Sitting up nice and tall, sweep the arms up on your in-breath. And on your out breath, sliding that hand down the opposite leg. Maybe that hand wants to stay up. Maybe it comes to baby, or again, option to come behind. And don't feel like you have to do the same option as what you did on one side. And just leaning into the stretch. So you might feel it through the back of this leg. You might feel it into the side, lower back here, which can get a little bit tight. So just breathing into whatever intensity feels right. Maybe closing off the eyes even and just following that breath. Where is it sent to? Or where is your body maybe calling for that breath to go? Lovely. When you're ready, on your next in-breath, slowly come up, bringing the hand behind that's with the bent knee, and then the opposite hand reaches up, and taking a little lean over here, a little lean back. Good, maybe pointing that toe to find more space between the hip and the rib cage. Lovely. Really maybe reaching with those fingertips to find more space there. Lovely, big breath in. And as you exhale, circle that hand down. Lovely. From here, let's bend both knees but have both feet flat on the floor, quite wide like so. If this isn't comfy, you can sit totally some other way, but if there's enough space for like baby to be here, like totally be here. And then you're going to bring your wrists together, spread your fingers. I'm just going to take a little roll out of those wrists. So the wrists remain in contact. As we just roll out through the wrist, you can settle your gaze onto those wrists. If you've been getting any kind of carpal tunnel or tension through the wrist, this will be really nice for you. Good. And then circling the opposite way. It might take a little bit of thought. See if you can just rest your eyes, maybe even like half close your eyes onto the wrists where they meet. And that breath flow. Wonderful. And then slowly bringing the hands into prayer. Perfect. Let's bring our hands behind, fingers pointing back. Take a nice big breath in, lift in the chest. And as you exhale, allowing the knees to drop to one side. Good. Inhale through center. Exhale to the opposite side, just as much as feels good for you. So flowing movements, inhaling through center, exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Let's do one more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Come back through center. Let's keep the hands behind like so. And just do a little bit for our shoulders. So fingers pointing back. And then you can walk the bum towards your heels. Keep puffing up the chest, opening through the front of the chest. So this is going to stretch on the front of the shoulder. A light squeeze of the shoulder blades together. Soft elbows if you need. So just little reminder that this should feel like relaxing and energizing, particularly through the front of the chest. So if anything's too laboring, like totally don't do it. But this is quite nice as our maybe boobs start to get a little bit bigger and we get a little bit of rounding in the front of the body. This is quite nice to open that space up. Lovely. Take another big breath. Breathing into that heart space. Lovely. Exhale it out. Wonderful. Walking the bum back. Let's find a comfortable seat here. So however is comfy, cross-legged, some other way. You can lie on your side, particularly if on the sofa, you can come and lie on your side. Let's bring the hands together and then begin to rub the hands. Create a little bit of heat. Close off the eyes. And really feel that heat and energy building in the hands, that warmth. And then let's bring the hands onto baby, resting the hands onto baby. Take a full breath in and a big sigh. Just taking a moment to connect with baby, with the beat of your heart. Allowing yourself to ease into your seat. Smooth breaths in. Every exhale is a little love note to the body to relax. So softening down through the face, the shoulders. Feel that trickle down the spine. Down through the hips, all the way to the feet. Cultivating this sense of ease and relaxation. Bringing the hands together at heart center. Bring the thumbs to touch onto the sternum just in front of your heart. Bowing the head down. Take a moment to really thank yourself for carving out this little bit of time to honor what your body needs. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I really hope you found this practice helpful today. If you'd like to see more pregnancy yoga flows, please let me know in the comments below, and check out my pregnancy yoga playlist as well for lots of other practices. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.